Warm greetings to everyone. This is Anshu Vaid here from Punjab University Community Radio Station 91.2 MHz jyotirgamaya. Padho aur padhao. To all the students of PU, we know that something is running in your mind after the PU Senate has approved the proposal of fee hike. But don't worry, today we have with us our worthy Vice Chancellor Professor Arun Kumar Grover to clarify the situation. So with reference to recent fee increase, we request you to demystify some points. The fee has been enhanced in different categories. The traditional, the self-financing professionals such as UIET, UILS and partially self-financing courses. So kindly explain the rationale behind these categorization and the fee increased in these areas.
The university has its income from the income that it generates from the examination fee as well as the tuition fee. When it comes to university's income from the examination fee, all the students, whether on the campus or on the affiliated colleges, whosoever takes the examination of Punjab University, they contribute towards the examination fee. So we increased the examination fee last year.
Yes, sir.
There is a directive from the various governments, namely the Union Territory of Chandigarh, Punjab government as well as the centre, during the last 3 meetings of the Board of Finance, that university should consider to enhance its income commensurate with the rate of increase of its expenditure. So the Punjab University runs 3 types of courses on its campus. Courses which were commenced when the university began in 60s. These are called traditional courses.
Yes.
Most of these courses are in honor schools or the humanities postgraduate courses. There were few professional kind of courses in this category as well, namely the chemical engineering or the B Pharma and M Pharma on behalf of University Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, or the MBA program which was commenced in 70s as an extension of Commerce Department of Punjab University. So these 3 primarily professional courses, as we understand in the 21st century India, were a part of the traditional courses at the Punjab University.
Yes, sir.
As the 21st century began, the university commenced University Institute of Engineering Technology, so namely admit students in the engineering disciplines, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, computer science engineering, information technology. We added also biotechnology as the time went by. So these are called the BTech courses in engineering.
Yes.
For them, the fees was kept high and they were called self-financing courses. So the fees in these courses of the order of 60,000-70,000 rupees when they were commenced. So initially the fees in these was not enhanced at all because the university had to see how these graduates will graduate out and how the market will receive the graduates of Punjab University in engineering vis-a-vis the engineering graduates that come out of, say, Punjab Engineering College or the NITs which are located in Kurukshetra, Jalandhar, Hamirpur, etc.
Yes.
And then about 10 years ago, we added many other so-called partially self-financed courses in emerging areas in social sciences, applied sciences. We added hotel management, we added MSc in physics and electronics, fashion technology, etc., etc. So there are 3 types of courses. For traditional courses, the fees was of the order of 150 to 250 rupees when the university commenced. And in the first 40 years, the fees for this just enhanced from of the order of 200 rupees annually to of the order of 1,000 rupees annually. 3 years ago, when university started to receive funds from the non-planned fund of Government of India, then it became apparent during the Board of Finance meetings that the university need to enhance its income and keep it in pace with the rate of increase of expenditure at each of the component levels. So it is in that background, the income from the tuition fee also had to be seen to enhance at the campus. So a committee which looked into it and whose recommendation the Senate accepted, that looked at the fees for different kinds of courses in a very careful and scientific manner. For instance, the traditional courses for which fees which was of the order of 1,000 rupees initially, when 3 years ago the tuition fee started to be enhanced, proposal was increase the fees by 5% all across the board. But we did not do that.
Yes.
We kept a lower ceiling of 500 rupees and upper point of 1200 rupees. So in the first 2 years, something which is 1000 becomes 1500 and 2000.
Yes.
But something which is 70,000, it will become 71.2, and the next year it is 72.4. So 2.4 over 70 is a very small fraction.
Yes, sir.
Whereas 1000 rupees over 1500 is a large fraction. Okay, so it was going like this, but this was not resulting in adequate income from the tuition fee from the campus students.
Yes.
Now, students on the campus, you may be paying 10,000 rupees for chemical engineering, but you pay 70,000 rupees for, say, electrical engineering. But the engineers stay together in the hostel.
Yes.
They are engineers. They get similar kind of employment at the end of the engineering, and so on and so forth. So it was felt that fee enhancement should be such that it should appear commensurate with what is going on in the universities in our neighborhood, as well as universities maybe in some states away from us. So it was in that background that the traditional courses for which the fees was between say 2 to 3,000 has been enhanced to 10,000 or 15,000. So this quantum increases, it may look in terms of percentage, I have increased the fees by 5,000. But the quantum increases of the order of 8,000 or 10,000.
Yes.
So look at the fees in, say, engineering.
Yes, sir.
Which is something like 72.4 and it is increased to 90. So that quantum increases 18,000. So 18,000 is still double than, say, 10,000. Right? So the traditional courses factor-wise may look 5 times, but the quantum is half of the quantum for the engineering, for which the fractional increase is 90 by 70 is only 25%, where here it looks 500%. Great deal of thought has gone in working out the details of this fees increase. So traditional courses, it is increased by some quantum. For professional courses, it is double that quantum. The in-between courses like fashion technology or physics and electronics or journalism, etc., their fees is in between this. Traditional is between 10 to 20, middle level is between 30 to 50, and engineering is 90, dental is 1,30,000. Things have tried to be rationalized so that we are not completely out of tune with what is the status elsewhere. So any increase is an increase. So the committee which proposed all these things, they were conscious that it could mean hardship to some fraction of the students.
Yes, sir.
Who would find it difficult to pay this.
Yes.
So the committee proposed that effort should be made.
Yes, sir.
That no one who is eligible for admission into the university should feel that he cannot study here because he doesn't have the means, or he doesn't want to seek support from his parents.
Yes.
Somebody's parents could be rich, but a person says, no, I want to finance my studies on my own. Keeping all this in view, various schemes have been envisaged. First, people up to the income of whose parental income is 2.5 lakhs,
yes, sir,
75% concession should be given. So that in a traditional course, if it is a 10,000 fees, then you pay only 2,500. So that means you pay only roughly the same that you are paying earlier.
Exactly.
So between 2.5 to 5 lakhs, give a 50% off.
Yes.
And then it is envisaged that we will generate lots of part-time jobs on the campus so that people can earn while they learn. So how many of these jobs we need to create, that would get known as the admissions would happen. So university is going to set aside some money to see that adequate support can be given to students from economically weaker sections or from, say, SC or SC category, or those who want loan scholarships or some other things because they want to finance their studies on their own.
Yes.
So there is going to be a very conscious attempt, participation of the faculties from all the departments of the university,
yes,
to see that university continues to be a place which attract good students to join. Because if the good students will not join the university, the academics of the university will suffer.
Yes, sir.
So I believe what has been suggested with a great deal of thought. It is not arbitrary.
Yes, sir.
Some places, in some courses, the increase may look very substantial. Like if chemical engineering is enhanced, say from of the order of 10,000 to 90,000, it may appear a large jump. But it has to be viewed that chemical engineering has enjoyed a very privileged position in this university for a long time. But today, if electrical engineer has to pay certain fees and you enjoy the same quality of teaching that the Punjab University provides in other branches of engineering as you have, then you must be willing to pay that much.
Exactly.
And the kind of concessions which are available in UIT, same kind of concessions would be made available to the chemical engineering students as well. Now the MBAs, 10,000 rupees was the fees for MBA. In no business school of the country, maybe leave aside Delhi University's Faculty of Management Science, where the fees are low like us. But everywhere else, the fees is high. So there is a rationale in what has been proposed.
Exactly.
It is not without a rational basis.
So we are quite sure that whatever decision has been taken, it is for the betterment of university. And as you have also mentioned that there have been several provisions being implemented to support the weaker section of society as well. So how is a new fee structure going to impact the certain section of society, some students which could not afford to pay the increased fee structure? How can our prospective students afford to study in our prestigious institution?
As I told you, that this year when the admissions would happen,
Yes, sir.
on the average, a faculty member would look at the forms of 5-6 students, talk to them, assess what their needs are. Individual attention will be paid to every new entrant in every department of the university.
Yes, sir.
And it will be carefully monitored, not only by the departmental level, but also on behalf of the office of the DUI and the VC, to see that no one should get denied admission or opportunity in the university just because he or she either does not have the economic means or the parents do not have the economic means. Or somebody may just choose that he doesn't want to get support from the parents. I want to support myself.
Yes.
So adequate provision will be made to see that university finds a way to enable all the students. And this is not for this year. This will become a norm. Every student would get individual monitoring throughout his or her entire stay at the university campus.
Sir, any message which you want to give to the students of PU regarding the fee hike?
See, the Punjab University has been a people's university ever since it was commenced. The campus part of the university, as it started to roll out after the Indian Universities Act 1904, the Government of India did not provide any support. The university evolved the campus part of the education entirely from its own income.
Yes, sir.
In independent India, as the university began at Chandigarh with its campus, initially there was nothing at Chandigarh. The best of the college students came and enrolled for the postgraduate classes or the honor school classes. So the fee was kept low. Hostel charges were kept low because incomes in India were not very high. And these were best of the students coming from affiliating colleges spread over what we today call as Punjab, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, or the whole of northwest of India. People were coming from remote areas, coming to this residential campus. So the profits of the examination fee of college students or the profits of those students who wrote the matriculation exam of Punjab University, they helped to grow the university and build up the entire infrastructure of the university. 5 decades have passed. We are in a 21st century India where we face immense competition. We were the only institution at one time, but now we face competition.
Yes, sir.
So we have to get good faculty members. To get the good faculty member,
Yes.
half of their salaries have to be paid from university's own income. We do not have any income from the school examination anymore.
Yes.
Our only income is from the examination fee of students all across the university, campus as well as the affiliating colleges, plus an income which the campus students must participate in via the tuition fee. At one time, the income from the tuition fee at the campus was an insignificant part of the university's internal income.
Yes, sir.
But times have changed now. So we have to find some practical solution to the problems that we face.
Need.
So I see whatever has been proposed, it is a proposal. Somebody may say, I can come up with a better proposal. Okay, we have done whatever the best we could do. If someone is a better proposal is there before you. It is a proposal for this year. Next year, give a better proposal.
Yes.
Things can always be adjusted. Some things can be increased, something can be decreased. But we have to move on. Remaining stagnant is not the solution.
So you have mentioned a very beautiful thing, that we have to move on. Thank you very much, sir, for coming and clarifying the situation. To all the students of PU, to my friends, my classmates, my fellows, this is your university, your institution. At this point of time, your kind cooperation would be highly appreciable. Stay tuned to 91.2 MHz Jyotirgamaya. Padho aur padhao. Padho aur